Let's talk about finding a missing coordinate when we know slope. So something we need to know about slope is this formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals slope. And we often use an m to represent slope. When you see the y1 and the y2 and the x2 and the x1, those are coming from pairs like this, pairs of numbers from the graph. So what we've been given is this information. We have a 2 and a 4, and we have an r and a -2, and I could have put them in the other order. It doesn't matter which one are the sub 1 pair and which ones are the sub 2 pair. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is plug these numbers into this little formula and then do a little bit of algebra. So it looks like this. In the case where I wrote it, it would be -2 minus 4 over r minus 2. And then I just double check to make sure I put things in the right place. So this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All of this is going to equal our slope of -3. Now we need to do a little bit of algebra, and there's a couple ways you could look at this. We could cross multiply. If you like that, we could go like this, and then we could cross multiply the corners and make them equal each other. That would be fine. We did that in chapter 2. Or we can just think about needing to multiply what's in the bottom of this fraction on both sides. So I'm going to multiply this side times r minus 2, and I'm going to multiply this side times r minus 2. So notice that if I was multiplying like this, it's a little crowded there, but this cancels with this, which is why I did it. So I have, I'm going to rewrite here, -2 minus 4 equals -3 times r minus 2. So I'm going to use the distributive property to get rid of these parentheses. So let's go ahead and combine -2 minus 4. So remember that that is actually plus a negative. So I have -6 equals -3 times r, and then -3 times -2. So I'm going to have +6 because I have a negative times a negative. And now I'm solving to get r by itself. So I'm going to subtract 6. So I have -12 equals -3r, divide by -3, and get 4 equals r. So I have found out what 4 is. Here's one more example. I'm going to use the same formula, and I'm going to plug in numbers. 21 minus r over -4 minus -9. Watch out for that. The minus is in the formula, so you still have to put the minus from the 9, equals slope. Okay, let's do the math on the bottom here and simplify this a little bit. Plus a positive, so this is actually a +5. Remember, it's fine to use your calculator. And to get rid of this 5, I want to multiply by 5. So I'm going to have 21 minus r equals 20. Subtract 21. -r equals a -1. And I don't want this negative. There's lots of ways of looking at this. You can think about dividing by -1, multiplying by -1, or you can maybe just think about switching the signs. Negative divided by negative is positive. So basically I have r equals 1, and that would be my answer.